Robin.
Daily basis, and he writes about that crap. That old school. Morning, Opie and Anthony. Lots going on today. I love my Twitter. The guy writes, big story on the Nick Cannon show.
Oh.
This is Stoned Again 82. Yeah, I'm confused with Stoned Again 82. He wanted me to retweet one of his tweets because he said, look, today I'm 5 years sober. I remember this guy.
Yeah.
So I did the right thing, you know. Yeah, he's trying to better himself. I'm like, what the fuck? Give him a retweet. But then I didn't notice his Twitter name at the time. And everyone's like, what? You know, maybe he should change his fucking Twitter name if he's taking this not partying thing seriously.
Yeah. His
name is Stoned Again 82. But he's 5 years sober, supposedly. I want to take back my retweet.
All I did last night for about a half hour straight was retweet everybody that asked for a retweet.
Oh, wow.
And it just wouldn't stop. It got more people. Every time I got done with the page of retweets, I would refresh, and there was like 90. So I'm just going retweet, 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 and just retweeting everybody. It was so annoying. It was just obnoxious to people that get an alert whenever I tweet.
Yeah, no, it's like, all right,
I know that.
All right.
Like, right.
I'm going to have to unfollow you for a while.
And then, Taylor said if I retweeted her, she would pull her boobs out. So she did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
well, that's
Taylor
the reason
Vixen.
to retweet, right?
Taylor Vixen. So I did one more retweet of her.
Taylor Vixen.
And she.
Oh, the girl, poor girl,
yeah.
the Planned Parenthood girl.
Oh, yeah.
And she tweeted a picture of her showing her tits. And,
nice.
And everybody was like, "Wow, okay, that was worth it then."
I don't go for that.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I retweeted a Brie Olson tweet.
Yeah,
how was Brie?
She said she was talking about her day, and she said, "Today I'm going to take a black dick in my ass and then talk to Dr. Drew." So I retweeted that and then said, "Wow, I thought I was having a shitty day."
Yeah, that's.
And then some asshole writes, "Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk to Dr. Drew either." Made me laugh really hard.
That is funny.
It made me laugh really hard, whoever you were.
But that's implying he wants a dick in his ass, though. It doesn't make sense.
Oh.
And then someone else tweeted, Bree, if you talk to Dr. Drew first, then maybe you don't have to take the big black dick in your ass.
Take the dick in your ass.
And then it all ended with fucking buzzkills going, hey, you know, she likes black dick in her ass. Leave her alone.
Everyone's got to fucking jump in
right.
and just say dumb things.
But it made me laugh for a few minutes.
Love that.
So we got a Nick Cannon update, Anthony, from Stoned Again 82, which Danny brings up a good point. Twitter's been around only 3.5 years. He's been sober 5 years, so he chose this name a year and a half into his sobriety.
While he was already sober. Maybe it reminds him.
I don't know. And you don't have to explain it to me because I'm going to forget you as soon as I move on from this little tweet here. He goes, big story on the Nick Cannon show. People need more than 4 hours of sleep a night.
4 hours of sleep.
And then he writes, regular radio sucks a dick. That's what Nick Cannon's talking about today. You need 4 hours of sleep a night. But that's not the big story at our old station, Anthony.
No.
I like to peruse David Hinckley's column every once in a while.
Why?
Because I'm a student of radio.
Ugh.
And
why read that?
So is David Hinckley, because he writes about radio in the Daily News here in New York. And, man, we haven't been in his column in, I would say, we haven't been in his column for anything substantial.
Yeah.
In years. Mm-hmm. I mean years.
I don't think he likes the show.
You think?
Not anymore.
Because we're doing some stuff that should get, in the paper every once in a while.
Yeah, some of our fantastic interviews.
And after you hear what I have to read here, then you would understand our point.
Mm-hmm.
XRK, that's our old station that we got kicked off of.
Yeah.
Orders couple of rings at White Castle.
What?
That's the headline. Jimmy just fucking threw his...
What is he doing?
Who? The radio station or David Hinckley?
Both.
If you want a White Castle burger Saturday in the Bronx, you may have to wait. There's a wedding going on.
There's a wedding going on.
David Hinckley had a write about this.
Do you know how old and not hack fucking shit this is?
And he's writing like it's legit. I mean, legit meaning there's no jokes in here. There's no sarcasm. There's nothing.
Right.
He thinks this is a great radio bit. XRK is throwing its second annual White Castle listener wedding, this time for Danielle and Hector of the Bronx. Showtime is 2 to 4 p.m. at the White Castle. XRK evening host Chunky. Remember Chunky?
Oh, no, not Chunky. Is that who this is?
Dude, we're going to have a wedding at White Castle.
Dude.
Yeah.
So, White Castle, wedding.
Chunky, a jock from the station, naturally, will DJ.
Yeah, of course.
Morning host Nick Cannon notified the couple on Valentine's Day that they'd been selected from some 30 entrants.
Valentine's
This
Day.
is what regular radio's doing. The couple, they've been together for 4 years and they have a son.
Okay.
but had not been able to afford a wedding.
Am I getting a kind of a
What?
line on what couple this is?
Yeah, I already gave that away when I said their last names.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Danielle Ndavambadadza and Hector Vavadadava.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All right.
names that you can't really pronounce.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
as white as me. This is a special family, says Cannon. We're giving them a wedding event they'll never forget. Not everyone could say they got married in a castle. Not a joke to be had here.
A castle.
Chunky, I know that was supposed to be a joke, but hence not a joke to be had here.
No joke.
Chunky, who also was best man at the station's first White Castle wedding last year, says the event, Jimmy, are we losing you?
But how to be best man? The person didn't know him.
Yeah.
Why is Chunky your best man?
Chunky.
And why is David Hinckley writing about it? And why are they
It's
doing
big
this?
radio news.
Let's see. Chunky was
fugitive. Yeah, I'm the fugitive. Oh, God, well, a dog came over, and I was petting him.
One of my favorite fucking.
I'm here. And he talks regular.
Yeah.
The fugitive.
I mean,
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well, a dog came over, and I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if the owner was.
One of my favorite fucking bits.
we're gonna have to play it again. Chunky was the best man at the station's first White Castle wedding last year. Says the event is a lot of fun, but it's also a real wedding.
Ah.
The restaurant brings out trays of food for the guests and everything.
The restaurant?
Because the restaurant...
It's a White Castle.
They keep calling it a restaurant in this article. Because the restaurant closes the dining area for the wedding, Chunky says neighborhood people came by last year and peeked through the window.
Ah, wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sounds like an insane scene there.
Another part of the fun, he says. Another part? Where was the first part?
Yeah, don't you have to have a first part of the fun to say another part of the fun?
It's things like this that I swear makes me so embarrassed to be in this business.
Yeah.
I don't even tell people I'm in radio anymore. I say I'm in marketing. I don't even want to say I'm in radio anymore.
I say I'm in broadcasting, and then when they ask, like, oh, what do you do?
Yeah.
I just go, I'm just in broadcasting.
Right.
I don't really.
I don't either, man.
Eh.
I never say it because we're lumped into this.
I used to be like, well, I'm an on-air personality. Oh, really?
I used to have some pride.
What show and where are you broadcasting from and what? Now it's just like, oh no.
Just something.
Google my name.
I always say I'm part of a morning team.
A morning team.
Yeah. Part of the Med.
Well, look, man, this bit sounds great. So they peek through the window. Another part of the fun, he says, is that couples who go for this kind of wedding are starting with that love don't cost a thing attitude. So it's cool.
Yeah. Love don't cost a thing, and it lasts through, financial ruin. No one thinks about money as long as you have love.
Yeah, the couple themselves are having a busy weekend with 5 days to get everything ready. But Chunky says his best man slot doesn't require a lot of prep work. Why is David Hinckley writing this? Like, this is something that people care about. The only reason we're reading it is to show you how awful radio is.
Horrid.
I just put on my normal Saturday clothes, he says. That adds to the laid-backness of it. But now that this is my second year, I have to say I'm getting good at it.
After 2? He's done 1?
Yeah. So it's going to be an annual event, marrying people at the White Castle. And David Hinckley thinks, wow, we really need the world to know about this. There you go.
That sounds like a blast. Just
Did
great.
we ever do a wedding?
Honeymoon at Rikers? What's going on there?
I don't know.
I don't think we've ever married anybody, right?
I hope not.
I'm trying to think back.
I know Ronnie married. You know, I understand. That
Well,
worked.
that's somebody on the show.
That worked because you knew all the players and it was a whole thing that led up to it.
My sister was officiating.
Yeah, I'm not taking a shot at Ronnie. I'm talking about this White Castle wedding. Who cares? You don't know the players. You don't know anybody involved.
I know.
All right.
It's just an awful idea. Hinckley's an ass.
Yeah,
What are
he
you
really
writing
hates
about,
us.
David. Who cares?
I think in the last 2 years we've done some stuff that's worth writing about.
Just the idea that he has a gig writing a radio column. How fucking, what is it, 1958?
I know. That fucking job won't go away. Isn't that amazing? It's like we're a radio column. Who gives a shit? And how about you just write about, like radio is just one little fraction of what everybody is doing these days for their listening pleasure.
Right.
There's so many other things to fucking listen to.
I like reading on the Sunday Post. The guy has a chess column. When I get the Sunday Post, I read that.
No, he doesn't.
No, you don't do that.
I do, actually. I love it.
He doesn't have a chess column.
I forget his name. It's Andy Solstice, I think his name is.
Faggy Faggerton?
No, he's a chess grandmaster.
Grandmaster?
Yeah.
Grand Wizard?
No.
A chess Grand Wizard. Little white hats on everybody's fucking chess piece.
No. The black pieces are scared.
But what do you learn from the column?
Yeah.
He talks interesting stuff, and he shows you like a puzzle, but he talks about...
Oh, so he talks about other things than chess? He said interesting stuff.
That's not what I mean. You're missing. You're twisting my words to humiliate me successfully and make me look like a faggot bore. No, and then he'll show, like, I used to actually cut those things out of the paper, and I would play out the games that they had.
And hang them up on the walls like a beautiful mind?
And then try to come on them. No, but they would play, like, they'd have old games in there, and they tell you, you know, and I would just fucking move the pieces. Now I have it on the computer, I do it. I have a program, I'll shut up. It's on my iPad.
No. Please don't shut up. I love this.
No. It's called, and anyone who has an iPad, you don't need to know chess to do this. It's called, Fudge. It's a database of chess games.
Oh.
And so you can load them, and then you just, like, let's just say you want to fucking play all of Bobby Fischer's games.
Uh-huh.
You click, Gary Kasparov. You click on one, and then you just hit the arrow.
Oh, and it shows every
It shows
move
all the moves. And you don't have to do anything, and you can just watch the game be played.
It's almost like you're watching a movie of their chessboard and the pieces moving.
Yeah.
Only even more boring.
It's fun.
I love how I'm making fun of, like, you and your interest in chess as I'm just playing Angry Birds, a retard game.
What? No, there's a lot of skill to that.
Oh,
man.
it's a retard game.
What are you talking
compared
about?
to chess?
Fuck, it's right up there with the great games.
Play Turkey Foot.
No, I'm not playing Turkey Foot. You sicko.
Don't make fun of that Angry Birds.
I'm saying it's a retard game. I play it.
You playing the Valentine's Day version?
And no, not yet.
Do you know what makes you sound...
Hold on.
Oh, what's that?
So gay. That's really gay. Look at those hands.
Wait, we should get this.
What is
this?
that?
Is actually good for the show. And it's Wanda Sykes. Check this out. A Don't Say Gay commercial running on TV in New York.
I've seen some of those.
Really? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
What's wrong with saying gay now?
They're probably saying
yeah.
it's a negative. Don't say it like you're gay. Don't be so gay.
Don't be gay.
You can't do this.
Oh, they are.
We're not going to be the same people
Quite
ever.
successfully.
Huh?
Quite successfully.
It's
they're
not
doing
going to be
it.
successful.
Words hurt.
Yeah, but then we're just going to find other words.
Gee.
You're never going to get rid of this.
No.
You're just bringing a lot more attention to
The
it.
G word. I like when they try to get a word to be like the N word.
Oh, you got it?
And they call it like the, never use the L word. And you're like, what does
What's
that
the
even
L
mean?
word?
Like, I don't know what that is.
Lesbo.
I don't know. I would think.
One of the great words, lesbo.
Lesbo.
I used to love saying that
I
in
like
high school.
doik.
I didn't even really know what it meant. I but I like saying they're
Lezzies.
Lesing out.
You're lesing out. They were lesing out.
Do you have any words? I have a word I realized that I say to myself, and I don't know when it started. And I don't know. I was embarrassed yesterday. I think it's like when I talk to myself. It's so.
I don't even want to look at you.
know,
love Jimmy.
but I don't know where it comes from. It's a word that, as a kid, I guess. But like sometimes instead of a couple of minutes, I'll say, I'll just do that in a couple of minutes. So.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do to myself. For my whole life, I've done that.
Out loud or just in
to
your
myself,
head?
but I think it.
You think it.
Instead of a couple of minutes, I think a couple of minutes. So. And I don't know why. And I realize it's been such an automatic thought for so many years.
Is this real?
Oh, 100% real.
This isn't
yes.
a bit.
Also real that my friend, when we would play chess, Paul used to say check motto instead of checkmate. And I hated that.
Check a motto.
I used to hate that when I would lose to him because he would go check motto. But yeah, a couple of minutes. So and I don't know where that comes from.
So what context would you use it?
If I'm talking to myself and I'm like, all right, I got to go out there. I better leave in a couple of minutes. So I don't know why.
You are a weirdo.
I don't know why. It's one of those things that is ingrained in your brain. It's a word that doesn't belong there, and I don't know where it comes from. I have no idea.
Wow.
I don't know what started it, what it means.
Well, we got the commercial. I'm bothered by this because it's Wanda Sykes that is a comedian, and she should understand words.
Also,
No, I know she is, but she doesn't. Yeah. She shouldn't be doing these type of commercials. What do you think, Jimmy?
I haven't seen the commercial yet.
All right.
Check out this chef, right? Right? It's so gay. It's really gay. Look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting.
Call it retarded.
It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
She just fucking bombed.
Knock it off.
And then the guy had to sit there and make him believe he was hurt by that?
That commercial's gay.
That was really gay.
Yeah, she should have said like...
What's she doing?
Well, she should have given... They should have had a stronger example to associate...
If you're going to do
like the pepper, there's a black kid at the table.
Right.
She should have said... Honestly, she should have said, that's like saying if you look at something's really stupid, you go, oh, man, that's so African. Or if something's really bad, that's so Jew.
And he'd have been like, hey.
But if you want to make a word association, they shouldn't have put a joke in. They should probably have a stronger word association.
Well, they had to, even they had to be politically correct by going after the little white kid.
So they had to do it with an object that has no feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think gay people... I understand they don't want to be tormented and fucking have, they have to fight for their rights. But I think when people harp... Yes, exactly. The Twisted Sister, that was actually... I was Beastie Boys.
That was Beasties.
Then be proud of who you are, and then gay people should start the whole, that's so straight.
Right.
I think they should just concentrate on other things instead of trying to change the language, because then people just get annoyed at you and go, shut up.
Fucking don't like the
they don't understand people. Special interest groups don't understand how they lose people sometimes.
I'm just going to start saying things like, oh, that's so Jesus hates you. Because, the Bible.
They should, if they say that when the word faggot is used in a vicious way, all right, I understand that. But you can't have it both ways. Queer eye from the straight guy, queer eye from the straight guy. That was fine?
Queer.
Stop it.
Let's go deeper with this commercial. That was supposed to be a faggot commercial, but they weren't brave enough to do a faggot commercial.
They weren't brave enough.
Most people don't say that's so gay. Not as much as saying don't be a faggot.
Don't be a faggot.
I think it's everything with gay. They just don't want any of their words being used when it's something that's a little gay.
Wimpy or whatever.
Gay.
Or whatever, yeah.
And what are they... The whole premise, they point at one of those like ceramic pizza making guys at the pizza shop.
And so that's so gay.
And they're like, look at him, he's so gay.
It's just the old school, like, Guido, pizza guy. We've all seen the statue with the big floppy hat.
That's not gay.
So what's next? You can't say, don't be short with me, because that implies negativity, and that's going to offend short people.
Yeah.
It's like when it's going to fucking just completely spiral into absolute nonsense.
Yeah. It's sort of starting.
It's silly.
Sort of.
You're not going to make people like gay people by saying, don't joke about that.
There's a few of those
It's not
gay
gonna work.
PSAs. Did you find another one, Danny? I think there's another gay PSA. Yeah, because they made a whole bunch of them with dumb celebrities.
I think it makes people, gay people,
It annoys people.
seem weaker.
Yes.
Seem like not as, when gay people have their own shit they do.
Yeah, here's
and their
think
own words
before
they
you
use
speak.
to describe stuff. What is this?
This
one?
is Think Before You Speak. The cashiers.
Are you going out tonight? I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work. That's so gay. Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone. Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize
Of
what
course,
you
there are
say?
always white people making these slurs, too.
Of course.
It's not. It's not hammering the point home.
No, it
No,
really isn't.
here's the point.
Horrible. It's a horrible campaign.
Two guys joking around, one going, come on, faggot. That might be, you should think about what you're saying, because faggot's a harsher thing. And you don't want people to say faggot? Okay, you could say it's harsher. But it's even that would annoy me, but not as much as this. Even that would annoy me.
It's like, God, that's so gay. Who cares?
Who cares if it's so? What if it's used to most people don't say that's so gay anymore. No one gives a fuck.
No. How about oh God, that's so white trash. No one's going after.
Come on, you redneck. Nobody mind. Where's that PSA?
Oh, that's all coming.
Oh, come on.
Like you said.
No, it won't, because that's white people.
Where's
That's white people. It'll never be just regular white. It's got to be either sexuality with gay or black or fucking whatever. But whites are completely always up for fucking
It's just all of it's irritating.
normal heterosexual white.
It's irritating.
Yeah. What is this one?
Stop
Think Before You
language
Speak.
Policing.
Fitting room. Okay, let's get to the fitting room one.
No, hold on, Danny. Sorry, let's start over.
Do you like this top? It's so gay. Really? Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting.
To who?
What if every time something was bad, everybody said, oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what
These
you
are
say?
terrible
Knock it
commercials.
off.
The campaign is horrible.
Horrendous.
I don't think you should be doing the campaign, but if you're gonna do it, that's not the way to do
Knock
it.
it
horrendous.
off.
Horrible.
Just knock it
Was
off.
that was Hillary Duff, right?
Hillary Muff.
That's so
Yeah,
muff.
that's so gay.
These are horrible. And see, this is where gay people, they're getting into language policing and like things like going after Ron Howard's or going after jokes. All you're doing is making yourself sound like hypersensitive assholes.
You're coming
Stop
off,
it.
You're really coming off as gay.
Can we go? Can I play something from the good old days for everybody? You want to hear?
Just
something?
because a guy is sensitive and he's an intellectual and he wears glasses, you make him out a queer.
I never said a guy who wears glasses is a queer. A guy who wears glasses is a four eyes. A guy who is a fag is a queer.
Could be the best line ever.
That is fantastic.
Is a four eyes is my favorite part.
Of Four Eyes, yeah.
And that was the hottest sitcom for the time.
Oh, it was fantastic.
And now look what we got.
Dude, I was watching a clip the other day from All in the Family where Archie and Edith go to the Jeffersons. It was a party for, I guess Lionel was getting married, and his fiance had a white father and a black mother. And I guess George Jefferson didn't know this at the time. And when he comes in, Archie's like, oh, I got to see this. So, because George Jefferson was as much a racist against white people as Archie was against black people. But when George Jefferson is having the drink, he's drinking at the bar with Archie, and George Jefferson's mother comes over, his elderly mother comes over and tells him, I think you've had enough, George. And he's like, I'm a big man. I'm a man. You can't tell me how much I have to drink. And then Archie just looks over and goes, George, you shouldn't talk to your mammy that way. Your mammy. And she turns around, who you calling mammy? Mammy. Your mammy. And then he just had no clue. He's like, what? Your mammy.
But see, she was able to defend herself. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And I believe gays could defend themselves, but these commercials make them look like a weaker person or a weaker group. But if you hang around, black people, they make fun of Whitey just like Whitey makes fun of blacks. It's everyone's doing it.
After he called her mammy,
he
goes, I thought all you colored people called your mother's mammy.
Perfect.
And it's like that was on television.
Right. But she didn't, she fought back and she got her shots in. That was more based on real life, right?
She hated Louise.
Than these dumb commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Mother Jefferson, I think, hated Louise. If I remember right, she didn't like Wheezy.
I'm gonna have to fucking start watching those shows.
Mother Jefferson was very funny.
And the way it ended was George Jefferson was upset that that Lionel was marrying a half white girl, and Archie just wanted to see the reaction, and he was pissed because everyone was getting on him for saying colored and mammy and shit like that. And both Archie and George are standing at the bar at one point at the end of the show drinking, and they toast and they're like, what's this world coming to? Both of them. And they're like, yeah, the good old days. The long gone good old days where you could just, be a racist. And at one point, George Jefferson actually said, because the couple now was fighting,
right?
The white and black couple were fighting, and he goes, watch, I guarantee in 5 seconds he calls her nigger.
Wow.
And Archie turns around and goes, oh, jeez, you didn't have to say that. He goes, I ain't used that word in 3 years. And that was a fucking sitcom.
And that was their line, by the way, because he never said that word.
No, he didn't. It was everything else.
I remember correctly.
Spade.
Right.
Because he was a bigot. But he wasn't a racist. Like Archie didn't hate black. He was just frustrated and annoyed.
And he was ignorant about things. That's all he was. And it was obviously because of just the time he was raised in and lived in, and he just was one of those old guys that never changed. So it was an honest look at somebody.
Maybe I'll call my friend Sherman and ask him about that episode.
Oh, really?
Let's get Sherman on.
Sherman.
We've had the Sherman on.
That was a good one.
A long time ago.
Lionel's engagement. That's.
I don't know.
It's long.
It's long, but you.
All right, if you get something that's worth.
If you go to the part where they're arguing and. That's far in.
Danny will find it. Yeah, no problem.
And he drops the N-bomb. Because that's a great clip.
Who says it?
George says it. And then Archie has a little comeback to it, which is good. I think that was... no, that's back further.
Hey, I didn't know this. Rogan has a YouTube clip about why he doesn't use the word faggot anymore. I'd like to hear that.
Really?
Because Joe Rogan's about defending language in general, right?
Being excited. I am getting mad.
Listen to him, Louise. That's what happens when you mix black and white. 10 more seconds, he's gonna call her nigger.
Listen to that. I ain't used that word in 3 years.
He's all offended.
I'm getting madder.
Listen to this dame over here. In another minute, she's gonna call him a honky.
Hi, we brought the records.
No, it just gets old. Yuck.
I love the bike, though. God damn, was Rob Reiner the good, mopey liberal?
Oh, what a dumb liberal.
Oh, was he the best?
I hated what's her name, though.
Oh.
Hi, Danny. My Danny.
Oh, look, go get fat there, little girl. Yeah, raise some money for the black kids with the flies around here.
Hungry, you know what?
I like, oh, look at that. I haven't used that word in 3 years. Like he's offended from hearing it.
Couldn't believe he just heard that.
It's great.
The Sammy fucking episode.
Would you like some cream in your eye?
Would you like some cream in your eye?
In your eye. That is fantastic.
Oh, was that a goddamn funny show?
Why don't we take a break?
I knew you couldn't help being black, but why'd you go Jew? He says
Why'd you go Jew? Want to take a little break?
Yeah, why not?
Because we got one of our our favorite gay clips of all time to play to everybody.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Well.
You want to hear what Rogan has to say about
Yeah, I'm
faggots?
actually curious.
I'm actually really curious about that too.
Why won't
Hope
he?
he's not coming out of the closet. That would scare me.
Boy.
If Joe is ferociously
Oh
gay.
my God, he could just go around getting any ass he wanted by force.
You think his YouTube clip will change anyone's opinion?
Not mine.
Well, you haven't heard it yet.
It.
Jesus, have an open mind at least.
But he would have to pull some fucking Jedi mind shit on me to stop me from using any word I use.
We know Joe a little bit, and I believe he thought just like we did about language. So it's very interesting to see what he has to say about it. That he doesn't use the word anymore.
All right.
We'll do it after the break, but first our favorite gay clip of all time.
So we'll do it in a couple of minutes.
It's the great Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yes.
One time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience, they told me. So I figured I'd
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son." You know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know. First in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and oh yeah, he loves cock. You know? This kid, he can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass. This kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to him.
To watch the maturation of you as an artist, to realize it took you 9.5 minutes to get around to the sucking cock stuff. It's beautiful to see you comfortable in your own skin, Normie. All right.
Rob it,